Solomon, you're an Australian citizen. What was it like playing against Australia today?
Yeah, I think obviously it's international cricket, so it's a good opportunity to play against some of those guys because they're quite obviously some of the best in the world. So it's always a good challenge, and I was looking forward to it.
Was your directive today to come out and attack? I mean, the first 3 overs, you were hitting every ball for 6 and 4. So was that a directive from the captain and the coach to come out and attack?
No, I think the score dictated really what what sort of path we had to take. I think we pretty much had no choice but to go hard early and see whether we could come off. And yeah, I think for me personally, I haven't had a lot of game time, so I think just taking that time from the previous game was important for me to try and get the pace of the wicket. And then generally, I think my game is to go out and swing. If I come off, then it sort of helps the team.
I heard you mentioned something just before the presser. Had you played alongside Finch in any games or trained alongside him?
Yeah, we definitely trained a lot. I was in the squad when he was captain. I think he didn't captain me on the field, but I think he had gone to international fixtures, and I made my debut when he was away. But I definitely, I've trained with him a few times.
So you knew what he was capable of?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
2 disappointing hits in a row now. What do you think you guys can do as a team to get out of this slump?
I think with the current setup that we have, it's important that the guys that get in cash in. I think that's probably the big difference with the guys that go well. As you saw, the main batters made the bulk of the runs. I think for us, we relying a little bit more on guys coming in and going off straight away, and I think we're probably a little bit light in that regard. So.
Solomon, for a greater part of the game, you're closing on close to the transfer corner, and there's a lot of verbal abuse. How do you concentrate on the game and at the same time your own people are saying negative things about the team?
I think it's a tough one because the fans are a little bit angry, I suppose. It's something that's probably out of our control at the moment. So I think we can only concentrate on what we can concentrate on, which is trying to perform, and that'll try and win back the fans, I think.
Did it spur you though? Because they kept on saying to you when you get there, you hit the 6s, you hit the 4s, and you were very aggressive.
I think today I was just, for me, it was going out there and expressing myself. I think the previous game was more like getting used to the wicket and getting back into the match sort of routines. Today was more about just going out there and playing the way that I normally do when I play well.
In the field when Aaron is hitting like that, can you step back and sort of admire how he hits, or are you very focused on getting him out?
I think you have to admire some of the feats. I think it's not every day you get to see such hitting and it coming off. I think when it does, it's everyone really just it's quite amazing to watch, but obviously not good for the team.
You had a good start when you were chasing that total, when you took it over, but you seemed to have lost your way towards the end. How disappointed are you that you came close to the total after the start that you had?
Yeah, I think it's definitely disappointing a lot because it's been the trend. I think the last 2 games that we're sort of scrambling to get over the line towards the end of to finish our 20 overs. I think that's probably testament to the fact that we sort of continuing to go hard, and we're not really working those middle overs pretty well. I think if we go hard early, then we've got to also be able to consolidate if we lose those early wickets, which also comes down to maybe me or one of the other top order guys has to bat through. But it's also quite an interesting one in a T20 where you have to go. So it's quite disappointing, but I think we have to come up with another plan to counter that.
Last one. You get a defeat like this, like the first one on Monday was really heavy and this was heavy. But the first question, is there anything that you've learned from matches like that? And secondly, what was the game plan from after Monday going into this one?
The lessons you can learn from the opposition, obviously, how they went about it. The guy that was in definitely cashed in, and they both didn't try to go. I think Darcy did well to give Finchy a lot of the strike, and since he was the guy who was in, he definitely cashed in on that. I think we obviously need to do that on our part. If a guy gets a good start, they continue. Our game plan going into today was, I think we were trying to use our spinners to sort of nullify them, but I think it obviously didn't come off. I don't think the wicket really did do what we expected it to do early, and we didn't get the early wickets like the last time as well. So I think everything just didn't go to plan in the first innings.